I just always remember as a little girl watching the news with my dad. So I think my curiosity for politics started very early on through my dad, because we would always talk about local politics at home. My father was a dishwasher for almost 30 years. My father's now 82 years old. My mom's 76, and she used to be a seamstress in Van Nuys, but later figured out how to get a union job across the street from where we grew up. So that dramatically changed our lifestyle. I think it was when my sister and I first got an opportunity to go get a physical at a doctor's office because my mom had health insurance. So my mom started really provided for us. You know, I'm a proud product of LAUSD, and I say this a lot because the schools that I went to have always been challenging. They've been in really tough neighborhoods. But the one thing that I remember the most, and the reason why I was so involved, you know, these issues of truancy and suspension and willful defiance, is because I remember a lot of those kids growing up, and sometimes it wasn't necessarily that they were bad kids. It's that they had either learning disabilities or something else was going on at home that didn't allow them to fully concentrate in class. And so on the school board, you know, I made it a priority to work with my colleague Monica Garcia on the school board to champion some of these things and give these kids an opportunity, find them the proper resources, and figure out what else we could be doing besides suspending them, because that just makes the kids go off and get into other kinds of trouble. You know, the majority of the workforce that works in the hotels in Los Angeles are women. I often think of, again, my parents' experience and how it changed our life and our lifestyle when my mom got that job that paid $12 an hour. So I remember those experiences and what $15 an hour is going to do for that housekeeper that doesn't have to, you know, take a second job and can probably get involved with their kids' education and make sure that she's there to provide for her children. You know, currently we're working with some of our partners on human trafficking. Human trafficking is a huge issue in my district. One of the things that shocked me was the age of these girls. We're not talking about 25-year-old women, 30-year-old women. We're talking about 12, 13, and 14-year-old little girls.
Our children are not for sale. Our children are not for sale.
What we've been trying to do is change the way law enforcement look at these girls. They're not prostitutes. We shouldn't call them that. They're young girls or victims. So it's a lot about taking our communities back and helping these young victims, you know, rebuild their lives and giving them the resources to be able to do that. A lot of these young victims come out of the foster care system. So really bad things must have happened to them along the way in order for them to have fallen into this.
I want to thank Nury Martinez, our great councilwoman who is fighting the fight. Give it up for her and thank her as well.
I talk a lot about why women aren't in office, let alone why we're not getting elected. I think it has a lot to do with the pipeline. And so you see women across the city not only running campaigns, they're also running businesses, local nonprofits. So you can't tell me that there aren't qualified women to run. So we need to work on the pipeline and make sure that 3-4 years down the line, if we know that a seat is going to become available, that we have a qualified woman that we are grooming, supporting, and are going to run and support her. It's an honor to be given this award named after a man who was relentless in the civil rights movement. So I feel very honored that I was given this award.